The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Monday, the 8th of December. We're looking at the Dow down 111 at 47,844. So for the next day or two, I believe we might still be having that pausing problem in the Discord streaming. So I'll do the best I can. So you can see this is a leg B right here. And that means if there's no new high today above the high of Friday, then we probably made a peak B. And I think that's what I said to subscribers. We're not adding any new positions today. We've got some positions that are working really well. I don't need to aggravate that. I want to make sure that let me just explain the Chapman methodology. I should have done that earlier. We're always looking for at least 4 higher peaks. The implication is you try to identify a low bar, and from that low bar, you count each successively higher peak as alphabetized on the way up, uppercase on the way up, and down, lowercase on the way down. And once it gets to peak A, sometimes it happens in peak A, as it has in some of the monthly charts. But occasionally, what happens is you have to wait for a pullback, and as long as you don't take out the initial starting point, you can see a buy signal get upgraded to a buy mode, with the implication that there should be, when I say should be, I mean 90-something%, there should be a buy signal upgraded to a buy mode, implying a leg C and a D. In other words, 4 higher peaks is the obligation of this particular Chapman wave technique. And at D, the 4th highest peak, other things can happen. You could have an instant restart for another 4 higher peaks. You could have the sharpest pullback. Look at that D right there. Maybe there's an alternate count. Whatever it is, D is your obligation to get to, and that's where you have to assess. Well, where are we? We're in leg B, with a good chance that it makes a peak B today. Then it should go to a higher C. Now, I have this as a left side, right side potential price target. Look how many times Chapman wave inside wedge target repellent line dashed green has been hit, and we've pulled back. And that just says that there's a chance. Now, I love to do the plumb line in the middle so that you get the number of bars on the left equal to the number of bars on the right. But if it just looks like it's not going to do it, you have to find another bar. Well, I found a bar, and that bar says that maybe by the 11th or 12th of this month, we could test the 48,431 area. We'll see what happens, because it looks to me like we're stalling here. We might even stall tomorrow, waiting through all of Wednesday to the afternoon when at 2 to 3 o'clock, 3:30 even, you're getting the Fed speak. And if they talk about lower rates, I think that the market could have a rally. But most importantly, what we're looking at is, look at the weekly chart. Let me just see. So I'm talking and I'm trying to look at this. I'm doing 3 things at once. Yeah, actually, let me just see. Does it cut out? Does it cut out? I did everything that Discord said I should do over the weekend. And Tommy also helped me out this morning. No, I think, you know what? I think it's working. By Jove, I think it might be working. Okay, so that's the Dow. Look at the S&P. The S&P right now is down 6.5, almost 7. Here's your leg B, and I suspect it's going to be a peak B as well. And that peak B is suggesting to me that the 9-period moving average and the daily and weekly and monthly charts are all very strong. Look, the green line way over the 14-period moving average. The MACD is good, not great, but it's good. Certainly expanding the histogram. The retro strength is good, not great, but good. And the stochastic's fabulous at great, 94%. What more could you ask for when you're in a buy mode? That's what you want to see and have it hold. And the on balance, the blue line, the on balance volume is a little bit overbought. Now, I wanted to do this chart, and I completely forgot for my subscribers on Friday when I did my over an hour video. Remember, I treat it almost like a webinar. So if you're interested in my newsletter, just sign up and you'll get these because I just haven't had a chance to do my webinar for a little while. And but this is the equivalent of it. So you become a subscriber, and if you don't like it, within a month you can get your money back. I think it's really worth it. Now have a look at this chart right here. This is the chart that I think is, to me, look at that. So as I'm looking at it, and I don't know, I don't see on Tiger YouTube, so far I haven't got any blackouts. Maybe it is in the Tiger Den. Let me just have a look and see if anybody's saying, okay, nothing yet. All right, very good. All right, I think we're okay. I think we resolve it. Thank you. Now, this is the chart that I show every once in a while. Why? Because I just don't need it when I don't need it. Now I do need it. And what it's suggesting is, you see this yellow and red stochastic right here. Look at it. It went from a perfect low, coinciding with the unbalanced volume right there at the exact low. And look what's happened. It's rallied very nicely. It's almost getting to an overbought level. The MACD is rallying. It's doing very nicely. But every time the price has hit this red line, this horizontal red line, which is way over the 80% mark, you've got something happening. It could be, in fact, it could be just a very brief, look at this, 3-day pullback, and then you went to higher highs, or it could be a major turn. It's just hard to say. Look at this one right here. That was a major turn. And that was back in early in the year. That was back in January the 31st. But I keep it in mind. I say to myself, okay, keep that in mind, because it is very important. And it's saying that we're getting towards an overbought level. Does that mean that it has to be a major turn down like that was? I wouldn't call it a major, but it was a pretty serious turn down. Or that one over there, that was the one in January. This one was the one in, I guess it was November. But look at this. Sometimes it hits and it's just a few days of downside activity and then it moves on. But it's something I'm watching. And what it would do, it would coincide with something happening over the next week, today a week. Let's see, if today is a B, then tomorrow could be a C, Wednesday could be a peak C, Thursday could be a leg D, and Friday could be a peak D. That's where if every other day this week you go to a higher high, and then a lower high and a higher low. So that means that we could be getting to the overbought level, and I'm just putting it in here as something to watch. So far, the positions that we've got, the new positions especially, are kind of working okay. I can't complain at all. But what I am watching is the potential for 6920.34 to be some kind of a double top. You could fail under that for at least a little while by having a double top. Same as the Dow. Look, the Dow, INDU. I just want to get through this preamble quickly because it's for the week. And we could get to the 48,400 area to have a double top. And look at this. The weekly chart is still looking just great. MACD is good, 9 over the 14. The stochastic's weak at 71%, so that gives it room to rally. But it is a hint. And the on-balance volume is a tad overbought. And the monthly chart's still good. All right, let's get to the QQQ. We're going to get to the break just as... I thought I beat it, but I didn't. Got my sneeze out the way, up 44 cents in the Invesco QQQ Trust Series. That's the Index 100 at 62625.93. And that has a chance today of maybe even making a leg A extension or a peak A. We'll see. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Nations Hour.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, so let's just do this. Actually, I'll do this right this second. I had a question in the den about Nike, B shares, sports and sportswear. Yeah, made a peak D. So I know that you thought of this, but I'm going to do this live now because it's important. Just in terms of Chapman Wave notation, I always do that. Remember, this is your starting level right there, the day of the 10th of November at 60.49. And that becomes a peak A. Then it pulls back. But that's another A. You remember, this is every peak above the starting point right there gets counted. So that means that's an A. But wait a minute. That's lower, but it's still an A. Then it goes to B, a C, and a D. And absolutely correct. It did pull back from the, you went short via puts. Very good. I like that. But remember, the 9's over the 14. The MACD is good. Stochastics at 80%. On balance is is improving. I would just say, yes, there's a very short-term position. I think that if it holds well, there's a good chance that if it takes out yesterday's high, Friday's high of 66.08, it's going to retest the high that was made at peak D, which is at 66.66. So that's the way it is. The weekly chart is still very weak, and the monthly chart is just terrible. But this is holding the 914 right now. If it goes deeper, if it tags the black 14-period moving average of 64.65 and then goes under it, that could be it for a little while. But right now, the technicals are somewhat strong. All right, got that out the way. Very nice. Okay, so a couple of things I want to look at here. Look at the bonds. TLT. Down huge from the peak E weekly, peak D. Remember peak Ds, I said, are very important. There it is, the daily chart, 92.90, retested, penny lower at 92.18. That's a double top. And what we do, we come straight down. That tells you that the TBT, and everyone's talking about lower rates. And lo and behold, the rate today jumped 1.16%. I mean, 34.90, and I've got this as an alternate account, G/B. Everything here makes it look like a B. So what is the Fed going to do? Well, sometimes the Fed says one thing, but the bond market does something else. In fact, sometimes the bond market does the work for the Fed it does the work for the Fed, and sometimes it doesn't. And in this particular instance, it's just in a trading range, but wow, it is going higher. So that is the ultra short limit 20-year T-bond ETF trading at 3.49%. That's something. So let's see what's happened to the real estate area. Let's go to Lennar. Lennar is down today 3 at 120.90. Toll Brothers. I just didn't get into these things. I was just very suspicious. But that's, I fault myself for that because there was a move from 124 to 140, just about 145. I mean, that's a big move. So you could have played that. Now it's starting to pull back. 145.01 was the high just 3 sessions ago. Yeah, so this is something to keep in mind. Nothing here is 100% smooth sailing, all right? There are a lot of conflicting reports. What was it? I don't want to do too many things at once. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading up 945, not a big deal. It's not looking good. It's got this W formation in the 9-period moving average, pink underneath. It's deflected lower. The MACD is better. The stochastic's better. The on-balance volume is very poor, but the price just cannot get going. And the arching over from 127,750 why did I put the date in? I think it was like October, down to the most recent of 80,750. This is more the H pattern than anything else. I've just been quite negative for some time on Bitcoin. I am still negative on Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum. ETH, Ethereum, it's just same thing. It's a fractional better chart because it could flip positive by going to it's at 29.35 right now, up 83. Wow, if it starts a leg D, that'll be good. But D, such a tiny little A, B, P, big C, and then a D, after a big move like this from the 45s down to the 24s, it needs much more than that. It needs to get to the 200-period moving average of 31.68. Okay, so with that said, I did that. Let's go quickly to crude oil. It's not doing anything. It's down 82 cents, not going anywhere. I do want to go to high-grade copper. High-grade copper was doing quite nicely. EF, I thought I actually typed that in. I didn't. E, could be an instant restart even. So high-grade copper is down today, down 0.04 at 5.41, but it's actually done very nicely. It's already gone to a leg D in the weekly chart. I'm going to put that in there, right? Okay, monthly chart is improving, so that's a good sign. Now, a couple of things. A couple of questions that I had. Could I look at the dollar, DXY? Dollar is trading up 9 ticks, but it's really not a very good pattern. It's gone to a lower low, went to a higher high, then a lower low from that peak E top and a peak D in the weekly chart. It's just not going anywhere. EUR, USD, let me just do that. Yeah, that's unchanged at 1.162, and the USD JPY, this is the yen, is up a little bit, up 0.42 at 155.80. Yeah, it's doing quite nicely, but it's stalling. But it's the green 9-period moving average did not go pink on the pullback, so this actually could bounce from 155 right now to the 156.80 area. We'll see if that happens. Now, what have I've forgotten? I did that. Okay, I do want to look at where did it go? So I had questions. Could I do Roku? Roku. Couple of people want you to know about Roku. Roku is up today, 261. Yeah, this is very nice action. This is very nice action. And this is what's happening. There are some stocks that were absolute darlings, and then they just became undarlings, and now they're coming back very nicely. This is one. I would prefer it's at 102.62, up 253. I'd prefer if it was up at 105.80 to tag the 106s. It's really important. This is good, but it's a counter trend rally in the weekly chart and a peak D and a peak D in the monthly chart. Roku A shares doing very nicely today. That's a good sign. So what I'm saying? 99.80 to 97.90. That is very important support, and I haven't yet. Well, it's a leg C. I have no choice. I'm going to put an up arrow. So it's gone from a buy signal to a buy mode. I don't like to go to buy modes when the stochastic's at 49%. I like it higher, but I can't argue with price. And the 9-period moving average so far today is not even an hour into the opening session, but the 9-period moving average has moved positive. But look at the weekly chart, held beautifully as it pulled back. So there's room to go to the upside. If Roku, without pulling back into Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, can push into the today's high is 102.85, 103.80 to 104.20 area. I prefer not just to tag it, but to hold there. I think that's a very good sign. Next question came in. Let me look down. So I did that. What was it? Wait, I read something. IBM hasn't had many big takeovers that I can recall. IBM is trading ABC, leg D in the daily chart under the previous high. CFLT or CLTF? I followed this for years. Confluent Inc. A shares got a takeover offer. I guess it's up 660 at 29.75. Oh, there's that falling axe. I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I don't want to spend time on something that's already had a takeover offer, but look at this. Here's is it a Massachusetts company? Someone had mentioned it a long time ago. And no, I don't think it is. But anyway, the rectangle formation can last a lot longer than your patience. So this goes into the rectangle formation back in April of 2022, and it stayed within, let's just give it a range of in the 16s and the upper part basically in the 20, is the midpoint, they call that 36. So it's just been a wide, but as it moves along sideways, a narrow range. Well, now it's just had a big pop-up within the range, right? Confluent Inc., CFLT. But most importantly, what I wanted to show you is I want to look at it because I forgot what it was, and I just remember CFLT. It was either CLFT or CFLT. But look, there's the price right there. You see, let me just circle it so that you can see what I'm looking at. Right there in the daily and right there in the weekly, over the 200-period moving average. However, look at it. It was just kind of stuck. Anything that makes a peak D under the previous major high, in this case peak D back in early August or so, that's usually heads up to say, it just doesn't have enough strength. Well, it did have enough strength because it got this, and I drew in. I haven't updated. You can see I haven't updated it for weeks and weeks. But look, that was the last peak D, and I drew this in, but I haven't notated it, and bam, it goes above the falling X. Anyway, I just wanted to see what would happen. Interesting. Now, a couple of things have come about. So this is what I want you to do. So I had a question. So Basil, where did I put it? Yeah, so what areas are you long? You don't have to tell us specifics. Okay, let me tell you what I am. We're long. We've got the long position in the Dow for some time now. I might even add another trading position to the core. We've got a core position from April. We've got another one from here in November. What was the date? It was, around about the 25th. And that's about it. I wanted to add to it even another trading position, but I've got so many things that I just don't want to get too carried away. We're along the Russell for a long time. No, I shouldn't say that. We had been way down there, and then we got out of it. We had a TNA, we got out of it. And then I just kind of watched it and said it should go to all-time highs, but it's taking us time. We've got other things that we wanted to work on, and we did. We had what I call, and I might be going back to that now. In other words, I'm going to go back to the most aggressive leaders right now. Because we've got one that we were stopped out of the other day, but I think it's now going to fall into a category that says, looking out 2026, it should do very well. I want some of those, but I also want those little characters that are really moving right now. It doesn't matter what the price is. Look at this Microsoft, which we're long from way down. I haven't added to it anything for a while. Look at this. Not a bad day today, up 6.4 at 489.32. The technicals are still pretty poor, but is it starting to move? Is it going to become one of those that was a failure and now it's starting to become fashionable again? Well, we'll see. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, I spoke about General Motors for quite some time. Took a while to get in. We did get in. So here it is. It's 76.26 up 21. Had a round number 77 high. That was that on Friday? 77 round number high and a 75 round number low. This just says to me, okay, watch it in a very short term, because if those rates are going to go much higher, it might impact the automobile companies, right? See what Ford's doing? Ford's just stuck. Question came in. Did I see it or not? Was it here or was it there? Okay, I did that. Yeah, so a question came in. Oh, where did I see it? Oh, that wasn't for me. That was just general. What? WVE. WVE wave. WVE. Wave life. I haven't got this. I didn't have it notated either. Look at that. Moved it up. Shame. It's only up No, that's not the price, 122.3, 123, 124. No, that's the percentage gain. It's up 9.28 and 16.64. Ooh, that is a big move. And it made an all-time high. I don't know about an all-time high. Certainly no, not an all-time high. All-time high was way back in 2018, double top, and it goes to 56, round number high. Ooh, huh? 56, round number high. Round number high. All right. Okay. So it came down, had a little bit of a tumble. It went from 56 to the low of May or June at $1.16, $1.25. Yeah, $1.16, May of 2022. Peak A, B, C, nothing, then a D, and then an E, and now it's pulled back, a brand new ABC. Oh, this is actually acting so well. So this is called Wave Life Sciences Limited. Dan was talking about it, and he said that it did something. On December the 8th, 2025, I would say that's today. Wave Life Sciences will announce interim data from the ongoing phase 1 InLight clinical trial evaluation, WVE-007. Oh, 007's in this as well. An investigational GALNAC and designed to treat obesity. The trial aims to assess the safety, tolerability, and efficacy of WVE-007 in adults with obesity, focusing on body composition and metabolic health. The data will be released at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, what a nice move. Congratulations. If you were in it, Dan, anybody else, congratulations. The biotech said it was looking just horrible. But now look at it. Boom. It's the star of the day. All right. So with that said, let's go on to our story. Now, this is going to be important. This is the IYT. I didn't mention this to my subscribers on Friday. I meant to, and then I completely forgot because there was just so much to go through. This is a leg A. It can't be anything else in the daily chart. So in the Chapman wave methodology, if you have a peak A, B, C, D, perfect buy signal goes to a buy mode, obligation goes to D, and then it pulls back, takes out that left side low. The next starting point is fresh. So this is a fresh starting point. This is like the monthly charts. IYT, the transportation index, is only in a leg A to the upside in the daily chart. It could fail, but so far I don't see any reason why it should fail. Stochastics at 96%. MACD is still expanding. 9 over the 14 is great. A leg D in the weekly charts has made a new high today. What's going on here? The time's just flying by. Fly. Fly me to the IYTs, the transportation index. All-time high in the weekly in a leg D, and the monthly is only in a leg C. This is a big positive if you use Dow theory. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's down 84, S&P's down 10. Basil, Chapman, Tiger Conditions are.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. an amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn. And he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So as I said, it's really important to have the transportation average doing so well. FXI, that is the China Large Cap ETF, trading down 54 cents at 39.34. Yeah, it's just stuck in the range, as I said before. The lowercase h, let me just draw this in because these are all techniques that I like to talk about. So there's a pattern where I look at 3 core, there are, straight up, straight down, pattern, cup formation, arch formation, mix of 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, green on the way up, red on the way down. When it comes sharply lower and then has a bounce and then fails at a PB, it can make that might not look like an H, sometimes it's an inverted V, but it's like the dreaded H where it takes out the left side low and goes quite a bit higher. Then it does it again. So this is the FXI. So it's arching over. We don't know yet whether there's going to be yet another H pattern, but have a look at this. So this is where the lowercase h holds the left side low, even if it goes under it, but it bounces above it within 2 bars, and then it makes another h. Lowercase h goes to a lowercase m. Well, lowercase h is going to a lowercase m, so I think there's limited upside right at the moment on the FXI, but you've got to watch the downside, because if it takes out the low on the week of the 21st was 38.18, but the low on the 10th was 38.12. So if it takes out 38.12 decisively, that's not a good thing. Then you're going to start to see a chance of a 1-to-1 to the downside. So far, it's just going sideways. Sideways is a trading range. Next question I had was XPEV. XPEV, that is the Spring Inc. designs, develops, markets smart EVs. Peak D so far in the monthly chart. Peak E in the leg E in the monthly chart. It is a peak already in the weekly chart, and a peak E right from the 28 level back in early November has gone to the dreaded H, and it's taken it out, but now it's 3 bars and it's closed above the left side low, so it's attempting to rally. So I just be careful. I'm putting this in the category of unknowns right now, how the EV is going to do around the world. In fact, look at Tesla. Tesla is at this particular moment down 13 points after a peak C pullback. But within the monthly chart, it's holding at the upper range. So one's American, one is Chinese, and yet at the same time, and I have to put in an up arrow because the stochastic's at 93%. So this is a buy mode in Tesla. Says to me that by the end of the week or maybe early next week, it could get to the 463 level. I don't know about 474, the recent high, but we'll see. All right, next question came in. Let me do this quickly. Oh, it didn't do GDX. I apologize. GDX right now is trading down 93 cents at 80.11. It made a peak C1, and I call this a peak C2. Why? Because it did not fulfill the obligation of going to a D, but it has the characteristic of this leg C right here, C2. I call it C2 because it's just under the previous one, where the MACD was turned down. But look at the relative strength pulling back. Look at the stochastic pulling back. Look at the on-balance volume. So there is enough room to have a little bit of a bounce. But I would not be surprised if the recent high of 84.03 that was made on the 1st of December, just at this particular point, is a little difficult to get to. That's all. Silver is trading. I think it's down a little bit. Yeah, down 58 cents after going to a leg E. Could be a peak E today, right there. All right, just digesting gains after spectacular moves. That's all it is. Has major support between 55. It's at 58.49 right now. Between 57 and 55. That should be very good support. Now, I need to do something that I was going to do earlier, and I didn't. I had a question. Oh, about Robinhood. Robinhood, doing down. It's up 220 today, down at a peak B from 137.36. So we have our core very small position still long from the 16s. It's gone all the way to the 153 area. Yep, and then it pulled back very sharply to 102. We managed just off that low to go long again. And we'll see. I do believe it should move higher. There's this dreaded H pattern in the weekly chart. It went almost 1-to-1 to the downside. Now the 9-period moving average, which pulled back but held beautifully above the black 14-period moving average, still green, has enough residual strength to at least attempt to get to the 138, 142 level in the next week or so. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't want to see it break under 129, 128 support. That'll be pretty negative. Right now it's doing very nicely. Next question came in. I think it's okay. Yes. Could I look at, where would it go? Eli Lilly, LLY. So Eli Lilly, for some of us, goes back forever. We've been looking at Eli Lilly and Merck. They were core players in the big pharma. And just pulling back from a peak E in the daily chart, made a little doji candle top. I was watching closely. I said, oh, that looks to me like a little mini top. And what happened? It had a round number open of 1,102.0000. On the 26th of November, went to 1,111.99. Gosh, just missed by a penny, 112, right? And that was it. Turns around and it's down to 997, down 12. This is a peak C. I looked at this one the other day as it was climbing, and I thought, okay, is this going to go to a leg D? Because this is big pharma. What do they have? There were so many people talking about Eli Lilly and Merck and Eli Lilly with their product lineup starting to weaken about 6 months ago. So, well, almost all-time high last month. Something's going on that's very positive. I like it. What I would say is this is one of those that when it's on the way up, it just keeps going up and up and up. And look at this. This is such a big move from the 600 level all the way to the high that I said was, what, 1111? So now we're down a little bit. But I don't like the daily chart right now, the way it's pulled back. So I'm going to suggest that it might be later in December or early January where this makes a new all-time high. But this, if it closes under... It can tag it, but if it closes under 985, it's at 997. That's 12 points down. But it can do it. Look at this, lower lows and lower highs. If it does that, I think it's due for a kind of a timeout. but everything else is looking so strong that I suspect it will make a new high. And let me just say, I said all-time high, but this goes back. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Definitely all-time. Look at the size of these candles after all of that from before, back in 2016, 17, 18, 19, even the breakout that started in 2021. That's where the bars get bigger and bigger. All right. Oh, man. Time is just flying by. It's so much to discuss. I still got some things to discuss. I did that. I did that. All right, I got two more to look at. I'll be right back. Boeing is one of them. Boeing is trading up $3.33. I'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97, and with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So I'm just doing a measured move from left side to right on Boeing, which is up $3.65. I've been watching this very closely. I think that Boeing is finally it's in an area right now with backlogs and everything that there's been time that's been taken in terms of all the terrible things that they've done. We can discuss that morally, etc. Forget about it. I'm just going to do this based on the chart pattern. The chart pattern is suggesting that if at 205, Boeing in the next, I give it a whole week, Monday a week, even Tuesday, into next week, if it's managing to close above 210.50, preferably hits 212 in this time, I think that that is going to help the weekly chart enough to be able to say there's a chance that the low of 176.77 that Boeing's made right here could remain in place for quite a while as we go to higher highs and higher lows. I'm beginning for the first time to really feel that although all the work isn't done, if you look at the monthly chart, even the weekly chart, it's got a lot of resistance, that the base of support has been raised. And I think the base 176.77 to 187, I think that is really good support at this particular time. So I think that was the question. Where would I find support for Boeing? Yes. Where would it go to? I can't say until I see how it fills this gap. If it fills this gap, that's the gap of 29th of October with a high of a low of 212.50 and a high the next day of 210. So if we can fill that gap, that's going to be really important. All right. With that said, I'm pleased that charts are behaving very nicely. Everything's looking good. We've got a little caution for at least subscribe to the opening call today. No new positions, but I like our portfolio at this particular time. I think it has a chance to if the market turns around in the next few days, going into Friday, I think this is kind of a portfolio that will look good. We'll see. We'll test it over the next few days. Thank you for Steve Rhodes. Check out my Opening Call Daily newsletter, and I will see you tomorrow.